Hello, the subject is marketing management. The topic is product types of products. All that the customer buy, purchase or demands in the market is products. This is the one thing which builds relationship between him and the company. It is all because of products that most of the problems of the consumers is being satisfied. Then what is product? What is the meaning of product? We'll see first what is the meaning of product is. A product is an object or system made available for consumers' use. It is anything that can be offered to a market to satisfy the desire or need of a customer. In retailing, products are often referred to as merchandise, and in manufacturing, products are bought as raw materials and then sold as finished goods. In the modern world, a service is also regarded as a type of product, and the product meaning keeps on going and expanding. Thus, whatever you use from the companies can be termed as product. Let us see now what is the definition of marketing. According to Squats, a product is something a firm markets that will satisfy a personal want or fill a business or commercial need and includes all the peripheral factors that may contribute to consumers' satisfaction. These factors may include reputation of the manufacturer, the warranty, credit and delivery terms, the brand name, and the courtesy shown by the sales and service personnel. Squats stresses on so many concepts, but he doesn't fail to tell what product is all about. He says that product is something which comes into the hands of the customer from the producer and how it is going to be handed over to you and how those people behave while handing it over to you. And all this put together, Squants defines product. William Staton says product is a complex of tangible and intangible attributes, including packaging, color, price, manufacturer's prestige, retailer's prestige, and manufacturers and retailers' services, which the buyer may accept as offering satisfaction of wants or needs. Thus, William Staton says that product can be either tangible or intangible. It can be seen or not seen. It can have shape or it might not have any shape. But it is having the attributes of qualities such as a packaging, the way it is priced, the color the product is of, and how the manufacturer has built-in prestige in that particular product and how retailers manage their prestige and what the service is being offered or what the product is being offered will be accepted as an offering for which the customer is paid, through which the customer is going to get satisfied of its wants and needs. And there are various examples of products. Say for example, you are hungry and you want food, and if a company gives food to you, that becomes a product for them. Example is hotel. And if you want to write something, you need a pen, and the organization sells you pen, and it is satisfying your need. So pen becomes a product here. But how it is being given to you and how it is kept as a prestigious product all matters in this case, and what is the brand name, what is the color of that product, how it is packed, how it is priced, all those things put together is what the definition says product is. With this, we'll move on to the next concept known as types of product. There are a wide variety of products available in this business world. Marketers consider goods primarily in terms of whom they are being targeted. They classify goods based on various ways. They classify goods based on the following possible ways as consumer products, industrial products, durable products, non-durable products. Let us see one by one what are these classifications all about, and we'll view few examples for each, and if there are any further classification in this. The first classification of products is consumer products. Consumer products are those designed to satisfy the needs and want of ultimate consumer. Consumer goods include everything from fresh corn to advanced electronic games and home video recorders, from sweaters and jeans to books and pens. As a result of this variation, marketing executives must further classify these goods focusing on the buying process consumers use. The four subgroup of consumer products are convenience products, shopping products, specialty products, and unsought products. What are these subgroup of consumer products convey? The four subgroups of consumer products are, as already known, it is convenience products, shopping products, specialty products, and unsought products. Convenience goods or products mean that consumers want to buy with as little difficulty and physical effort as possible. Consumers know what they want, usually have purchased the product before, and perhaps above all, do not want to spend considerable time making the purchase. They do not want to spend much time in the purchase process. Goods falling into this group are known as convenience goods. They are the goods that the customer usually purchases frequently, immediately, and with a minimum of effort in comparison and buying. A large number of products, of course, fall into this group. Example like milk, soap, candies, and various other low-cost goods for which consumers are not totally brand loyal are examples of convenience goods. Further, marketers have identified four subgroups of convenience goods into staple, impulse, emergency goods. Those goods that the consumer buys on a very regular basis, plans for the purchase, and tends to be somewhat brand loyal. Ballpoint pens, soft drinks, pickles, tobacco products, etc. are usually considered as staple goods. Brand loyalty for these particular products stems from the desire to simplify the buying process by automatically selecting one brand and minimizing purchasing time. Impulse goods are purchased without conscious forethought. They are the result of a sudden but strongly felt need. Magazines, street foods, ice creams are examples of impulse items. One of the most common misconceptions about impulse goods is that they are bought irrationally. Though such purchases are not pre-planned, they satisfy consumer needs and therefore cannot be viewed as wasteful. Next we have emergency goods. These goods are closely related in some respects to impulse items because they are not pre-planned purchases. Emergency goods differ from impulse goods because they may be planned for on short notice, but more importantly, are purchased to satisfy an immediate and pressing situation. Example: candles, matches, antiseptics are certainly emergency goods for which the convenience classification is being made. Hence, these three are the classification of goods under convenience goods. The next type of goods classification on the basis of consumer products are shopping products. Shopping goods are those consumer goods which the customer, in the process of selection and purchase, characteristically compares on such basis as suitability, quality, price, and style. Shopping products are infrequently purchased products that customers plan and compare carefully on brands, price, quality, and style. Consumers devote much time and effort in obtaining information and making comparisons in case of buying shopping products. For example, refrigerators, air coolers, televisions, washing machines, clothing are shopping products. In this category, marketing executives generally distinguish the shopping products into two types, that is, homogeneous shopping goods and heterogeneous shopping goods. Homogeneous shopping goods are those that the consumers believe to be essentially the same in terms of quality, price, styling, and suitability for their needs are called such goods. The buyer considers homogeneous products similar in quality, such as refrigerators, but they think that prices are different, for which they tend to make comparisons. Heterogeneous shopping goods are products in which consumers perceive some discernible differences in suitability, quality, price, or styling. Whether real or imagined, the differences are important enough to cause consumers to evaluate the trade-offs between them. Reversibly, in heterogeneous products such as clothing, consumers consider product features more important than price. The third type of classification under consumer products is specialty products. These are characterized by strong brand preferred and loyalty, special purchase effort, little comparison of brands, or price sensitivity. These goods include those consumer goods with unique characteristics, brand identification, for which a significant group of buyers is habitually willing to make a special purchasing effort. The most important factor distinguishing specially in the specialty items from other goods are their high brand recognition and the degree to which consumers will actively seek them. Here, consumers have particular preferences and will make concerted efforts to find them. Examples include expensive men's suit, fancy groceries, health foods, hi-fi components, and photographic equipment. The fourth classification under consumer products is unsought products. Unsought products are those consumer products of whose existence the consumers are not aware of. If they know about these products, they may not think of buying. Unsought goods are goods that potential customers do not yet want or know they can buy. Therefore, they don't search for them at all. Consumers probably would not buy these goods if they saw them, unless promotion could show their value. Consumers do not consciously want or actively seek out unsought goods. Consumers have no intention of buying the product in the first place. Examples are life insurance, eye donations to the eye bank, as their characteristics indicate. Unsought products need aggressive advertising and personal selling by producers and resellers. So these are the classification of consumer products, being the first classification of types of product. The second classification of product is industrial products after consumer products. Industrial goods are those purchased by organizations for use either in other products or in their operations. Manufacturers, commercial businesses, non-profit institutions, and government agencies buy industrial goods. Industrial goods can be classified into raw material, component parts, major equipment, accessory equipment, operating supplies, and services if a consumer buys an air conditioner for use at home. The air conditioner is a consumer product. If the same consumer buys the same air conditioner for use in his factory, it is an industrial product. Thus, industrial goods can be classified into capital goods, raw materials, component parts, major equipment, accessory equipment, operating supplies, and services. Let us see one by one what are these. A brief discussion of these different types of industrial products can be presented. Capital goods, raw materials, component parts, major equipment, accessory equipment, operating supplies, services are termed to be industrial goods, and they are as follows. First, being capital goods, are industrial products that are directly used in production. Capital goods consist of installations and accessory equipment. Buildings, plants, and machinery are examples of installations. Installations are usually bought directly from the producer. Accessory equipment include workman tools, and office equipment include calculators, fax machines, etc. The next industrial good is raw material. These are industrial goods that will be used in the making of other products. Included in this category are natural resources such as forest products, minerals, water, oceanic products, and agricultural products, and livestock as well. In most instances, raw materials lose their individual identities when used in the final product. Materials and parts become a part of the buyer's product through further processing. They include raw materials and manufactured materials and parts. Raw materials include farm products and natural products such as jute, cotton, wheat, fruits, crude, petroleum, coal, iron ore, and natural gas. The next type of industrial goods is component parts. Unlike the raw materials, parts usually have been processed before being used in the finished products. Although they may not be visible, parts are left intact and assembled into the total product. And thus, this component parts makes the end product a full-fledged product or a finished product. The next type of industrial good is major equipments. This category comprises industrial products used to make, process, or sell other goods. These include machinery, typewriters, computers, automobiles, tractors, engines, and so on. Normally, they are relatively expensive and have useful life over 1 year. Major equipment is not limited solely to the production process, it is found in wholesale and retail operations as well. The next type of industrial products is accessory equipment. This equipment includes industrial products used to facilitate the production process or middleman sales. It does not become part of the finished product but aids in the overall production or selling effort. Accessory equipment would include tools, shelving, and many other products that tend to have a lower cost and shorter life than major equipment. The next type of industrial product is operating supplies. Supplies include operating supplies like office stationery, repair, and maintenance items. Supplies can be treated as convenience products of the industrial market as they are produced and purchased with minimal effort. These are products that are incidental to the production or selling functions. Included in this category are low cost and quickly used up in the company's operations. Pencils, papers, lubricating oils, cash registers, tapes, and maintenance and repair items are included in this category of operating supplies. The last classification under the industrial goods is services. Business services include maintenance and repair services, factory premise cleaning, office equipment repair, and business consultancy services. These services are generally provided through contracts by small producers and manufacturers of the original equipment. Services normally should not be considered as a separate product classification. Depending on the particular service, they are either consumer or industrial goods. They are activities, benefits, or satisfactions offered for sale or are provided in connection with the sale of goods or product itself. Industrial services are purchased for use in producing the buyer's product or, more frequently, general operations like consumer services. Industrial services are not as standardized as goods, nor are they as tangible or as durable. Thus, these are the classification under the type of the product industrial products. That being said, the first type of classification being consumer products, the second being industrial products, the third type of product classification is durable products. The products which are tangible and can be used repeatedly many times are termed as durable goods. These goods last for some time longer. For example, we have television, refrigerator, clothes, machines, etc. Those products which can be used for a longer time, which has life for a longer time, can be termed as durable products. And the fourth type of classification of products is non-durable products. These are the products which are tangible and perish within one or few uses are termed as non-durable products. These do not survive for a longer time, they get perished, they get perist and they are non-durable because of their inherent nature of quality or manufacture. For example, we have salt, pepper, soap, etc. These are non-durable products. So thus we have four types of products, which are consumer products, industrial products, durable products, and non-durable products. Thus types of products. Thanks for listening.